Hello you guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Christina. I am an all cash budgeter and I love the show Supernatural. All of my stuff you will find down in my Etsy below. I can also do things that are not supernatural if that is not your cup of tea. However, as somebody who loves the show, could not find anything based off of them, I decided to do it myself. With that being said, I appreciate you stopping by. Please be sure to like the video, comment down below, and go ahead and hit that little subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it. And be sure to hit the notification bell so you'll know every time one of my videos is released. Before we get into today's video, I would like to give my two shout outs, which are to Boss Mama Budgets. She does great videos. She is still growing. She has a growing channel. Please go check her out. Hit the subscribe button for her, like her videos, set up a playlist, get her some watch hours going. And the other one, which you have heard me talk about multiple times, and you will again, is Tina at A Pink Cloth Life. I will have both of these ladies' channels as well as Tina's Etsy shop, but those are my two shout outs. So now let's go ahead and get into this budget with me. With this budget today, it's going to be a little different for me. The reason why is because normally I would have already, last time I did a budget with me, I already had it planned out beforehand. I went ahead and figured out what I was going to need to make it work best. However, this time I thought we could just play it by ear, learn a little bit more about what actually works for some people. Now, I did go ahead and start with my house and AT&T because I know what those are every time, and the way that I calculate that up is I take most people would generally take, based off of their paychecks, whatever their bills are, and divide it by the number of times they get paid in a month. So if you get paid bi-weekly, you would divide it by 2. If you get paid weekly, you would divide it by 4. Yes, I know there's magic months where we all get paid either 3 or 5 times, and that money should be able to go into your sinking funds or towards your debt. And that is why I budget this the way that I do. Now with me, I get paid weekly. However, my husband, who is a disabled veteran, he gets paid once a month. So we have a higher paycheck the very beginning of the month. So what I do is I try to take that and spread it as much as I can to put a little into my sinking funds as well as more into bills. And we try to pay off all of our bills minus these two, and we pay a big chunk on them, and then we split the rest of it up over my other 3 paychecks. And then whenever we have those magic months, we take a portion of those checks and put it into our 1 month ahead. That's just the way we do it. Multiple people do it different ways. It's perfectly okay for you to do it however works for you. Check out some of the different ladies and how that they do it, how that they budget out their money, and you'll be able to see what kind of fits for you. But doing this brought me so much peace. That is one of the reasons why I preach and I feel so strongly about this system. It was actually Baddies and Budgets. She used to be known as Oh My Fro. It is actually her that introduced me to this system. I was just scrolling through TikTok one night like we all do, and I found her. And that led me to this community and led me to some of the amazing people that I know and have learned from and that I talk to on a regular basis to today. But we went from living from paycheck to paycheck, stressed about where were we going to do this. When it came towards, as they like to call it in this community, the panoramic happening, things changed and jobs weren't as secure. There was a lot of stuff going on, a lot of chaos. And it was very scary for us because we didn't know, what if something happened? What would we be able to do? Because we were barely making it, getting through all of this stuff. And doing this journey, I started this, it was either June or July of 2021. Because I felt I had to take control, because I was tired of being stressed about what ifs. So what I did was, I said, okay, I'm going to spend so much money, buy my first one, and we will go from there. The binder that you see me have that's named Charlie, that's what I started with. I started with Charlie with the 12 envelopes that came with it. And I started doing just our basic living stuff. And you see by doing that how much money that you're spending that's going elsewhere that you don't have any idea about. You're spending money by swiping that card without even realizing it, because it's in there, so you're good. But yet you're not. You know, we had a car payment, we had credit cards, we were trying to buy a house, we were going through all this stuff. And what if something would have happened with my job? You know, it's very nerve-wracking when you have a family and you're unsure of what's going to happen from day to day. And I think that the panoramic that happened opened a lot of people's eyes to that. That is why I started this. And when I started, I put everything I had towards it. Take that first step. Whether you get paid 1 time, 2 times, 4 times a month, whatever you get paid. Whether you make $100 a month or $5,000 a month, whatever you make, try this. No matter where you're at, it's worth it. Because of this system, and the reason I feel so strongly about it is because this is the system that saved my family from the situation they were in. Am I rich? By no means, no. Do I think I can get there? Yes. I don't have to have a lot of things. I am not a fancy person. I carry my Dean wallet with me. I do not carry a purse. The only jewelry you'll ever see me wear is my wedding ring. I am a basic person. I like simple things. But the thing that I like the most is knowing that my family is going to have a roof over their head and food to eat. And electric and water and gas to get to where they need to go. I started that journey, like I said, June or July of 2021. We're now in April of 2022. In less than a year, I have been able to save up and pay for a down payment for our home. I have been able to pay off 2 different credit cards more than once. When storms come through and knock the power out in our town in the middle of winter for a week. If that would have been the year before, I don't know what I would have done, because I had to have somewhere warm for my kids. But because it happened when it happened, I had that emergency fund saved so that I was able to pay for a hotel for us to stay for a week so that we had somewhere. with power and water. And, you know, yes, we had to eat out. No, we didn't stay in 5-star hotels. We wasn't paying $100 and something a night. Honestly, we were paying, I think it was like $70 something a night with the taxes and all of that. However, because I have used that company before, I was able to also get discounts through rewards, as well as I was able to get a couple of free nights because of the points that I had used. And there's no greater feeling than knowing that your family is taken care of. So, as all those memes say, if you're coming across this video, this is your sign to start this journey. Because you will not regret it. Give yourself 90 days of tracking all the stuff you spend and watching where your money goes and saying, okay, this is what we have for groceries this week and we're not going over. And watch what happens. The amount of stuff you can do is phenomenal. And I need people to understand there's reasons more behind this than just the fact that, yeah, you can save money. That's wonderful. Yes, you can pay off debts. You can do these things. There is nothing better than the peace of mind of knowing you and your family are going to be okay. If something horrible was to happen, and you have something to help at least get you through, at least for a certain period of time. If there's anything that's holding you back, anything you're unsure of, if there's something that makes you feel that you can't do it, or you're not sure where to start, message me. You can comment below, or you can message me personally on Instagram. My Instagram name is The Supernatural Life, with the letters C for Christina and B as in boy at the end. Message me. I will be happy to show you, even if you start the same way a lot of us did in the beginning, where you start with basic envelopes. You can get 100 envelopes from Dollar Tree for $1.25. Start with that. And then as you grow, you will see what works best for you and what works best for your family. Just start. Just start. Okay, I'm sorry guys. Kind of got a little off rail there and a little emotional. It's what it means to me, and I hope it can make, and I know it can make the difference for you that it has for me. So with that being said, let's try to get into this budget with me. So since we're doing this a little different, we're going to start with our income of the $830. And I hope you guys can see that and the light is not glaring on it. We're going to go ahead and we're going to subtract out the $310 for our house payment, which gives us $520. And then $70 for AT&T, which gives us $450. Then we're going to go on down here. Now, every household is different, so what you do is going to be best for what fits your family. Not what fits mine, what fits yours. For us, for dining out, I only give it $15 because I would rather save that money up and go out as a family or something of that nature versus dining out every day. I work very hard to try to take my lunch to work so that we don't spend that extra money, because dining out gets expensive. It gets very expensive very quickly, and that's why I recommend just do whatever you can do. Do not make it feel like you cannot live, Like, you can't survive and you can never do anything fun. But that's why you make the categories for those things, so that you have the money to do them. Supernatural convention, for instance. And here I go again, I'm sorry. Apparently this is going to be a long, dramatic video. I'm sorry. The Supernatural convention. I wanted so badly to go to the one that was coming here local. And the thing is that because of this challenge, I was able to do it. I had saved up enough because I knew with the extra rounds that were coming out and everything else that it wasn't going to be beneficial to take a big trip off somewhere out of state. So I was able to take that money that we had been saving for that. Did I spend all of my vacation money? No. And I'm building it back up for whenever we do a family vacation. I think this next year is when we have that planned. I was able to go to that because I had saved up the money. So you don't have to stop having fun. Just stop spending extra money on stuff that you don't realize, where that $1.50 or that $4 coffee 2 or 3 times a day or this adds up. If you cut back on the beginning and get back to the basics, then you're able to have the fun stuff going forward. Back to the budget. Sorry guys. So now down to gas. I drive an hour each way for work, so I need more money for gas than somebody who say works from home, or who may only have to drive 5 minutes to work. But that's what my family needs. Groceries for our family, we do $175. We were doing $150 until everything increased, as you know. For household, we do $20 a week. That is for toilet paper, laundry detergent, things of that nature. We'll usually do about 1 haul a month unless Dollar General has great deals, and then I'll buy there. And I try to do those on Saturdays when you can stack extra coupons with the 5 off 25. Then for nicotine, we will give it $40. And this budget helped me to reduce that. I've reduced that right there by $160 a week. Self-care gets $10. Snacks gets $20 for the girls during the week. Car maintenance will get $10. Family time will get $15. Fur babies will get $10. And lawn care will get $10. So as you can see, I don't have a lot left over here. But that's why we do what we do. And that's why I do my challenges once a month. That way it works out more beneficial, and we get more of that done at the first of the month anyways. So now we're going to move over. I'm going to skip debt for right now because I want to go down to business. And business is just going to get $5 because that's just so I'm building something up. Because a lot of the debt is repaying for starting up my business because I didn't have enough budgeted on the front end for what all I wanted to do. And that's on me. For challenges, I'm only going to do $5 this time, which means we're going to throw $15 towards debt. Which 15, so that would mean that gives us $10 left over. We take the $5, which gives us 5, and that would make this a 0. So that is our breakdown of our budget. So now we are going to go over here. And you can find all of these sheets on my Etsy shop, which I will have linked down below. So we have house, ATT, dining out, gas, groceries. So we will be getting 310, 70, 15, 100, 175, 20, 40, 10, 20, 10, 15, 10, 10, and then debt got 15, and then 5 and 5. Alright, so what we're going to do now, hope you guys can see this properly. We're going to do 3 100s and a 10 because we get one more paycheck. And that one will have a little bit more broke up to have the correct amount for our May payment. For AT&T, we're going to go ahead and do a 50 and a 20. For dining out, we're going to do a 10 and a 5. For gas, I try to break that down into 4 20s and 4 5s to split between both vehicles. For groceries, I'm going to do a 50, 5 20, so we're at 150, do 110, 160, 65, 70. We'll do 2 5s and we'll do 5 1s. For household, I'm just going to do 120. Nicotine, I'll get a 20, a 10, and 2 5s. Self-care, we'll get a 10. Snacks, we'll get 21s. Car maintenance, we'll get a 10. Family time, we'll get a 10 and a 5. Our fur babies will get 10. Lawn care, 10. Debt will get a 10 and a 5. Business will get a, I think I'm going to split that into 1s so that I can do like $1 into multiple envelopes just so that I have something there. And then the challenges I'm going to break down into 1s just so that I can balance that accordingly. So now let's get our totals down here. So we're going to have 3 100s, 2 50s, 4 5, 10, 12, 20s, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10, 10 10s, 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 5s. We're doing no 2s. 25 35. So that is what we'll need to go to the bank to get. So now we'll transfer that back over here to the front page. So that should be $300 in $100 bills, $100 in 50s. That should be $240 in 20s, 100 in 10s, 55 in 5s, and 35 in 1s. So let's make sure that totals up to our total amount that we had budgeted for. So we have 300 plus 100 plus 240 plus 100 plus 55 plus 35, which equals, if you guys can see that, 830. Perfect amount. Now that that is broke down, we have our budget planned for this next paycheck. And with that being said, thank you guys for listening to me ramble. Thank you for budgeting with me today. Go ahead, get started. Send me a message. You'll have links for all of the people that I've talked about, as well as my Etsy and my Instagram and TikTok, all listed down below. Please be sure to like, leave me a comment, hit the subscribe button, and go ahead and hit that little notification bell so that you'll know anytime my videos come out. I'm trying to build up my channel. I am new at this as far as showing it. I've been doing this for a while. I've just now gotten to the point where I feel comfortable to try and do it with a little bit of push from a fellow amazing person in the community. See, you know who you are. I can't even talk about you without smiling, girl. But go ahead, do all those things, and if you made it through all of my rambling to the very end of this, leave me a blue heart. And thank you guys so much for stopping by. I look forward to our next one. And until then, have a wonderful day and carry on.